Today we upgrade the fortress and build a whole new airship. Good morning and welcome to MorningCraft. Grab a drink, get comfortable, and let's begin. So it's time to get back to work, but not on the city, and instead on our new fortress. In the previous episode we made this rough design for a fortress, and we've got these cutouts which are gonna need some airships to fly out of them. But first of all, we need to address the flooring situation. We've got these lovely walls, but nowhere to stand between them. And so I went ahead and got to work on placing a bunch of oak slabs to form floors. And with almost all of the flooring complete, it was time to light up the building with a bunch of torches. I always end up making huge mob spawners whenever I build something big, so I had to run around with a torch and light up the entire island. I probably could have just done this beforehand. It would have saved me a bunch of creeper holes. But as you can see, as I spiral around with the torches, we slowly clean the place up. No more mobs. I then started laying out all the bays for our new additions to the fleet. All in all, we have 4 of these inside. We've got 1 on top, and we're going to have 1 hanging around outside.
And here we have it, the heap.
No wonder the Oluffians are so rich. They take it all from here.
All right, sundogs, fetch me bloodroot.
Having a sword doesn't put you in charge.
But being the pirate king does.
They searched for hours until they finally found the Admiral.
The Pirate King Landerstone. We meet again. Never in my whole life have I seen such a fine captain.
You killed my Amelie. Your compliments mean nothing. I will have you strung up in Velkiport for all to see.
Amelie? Boy, I retired after you sunk my fleet. I didn't want to play the naval game with you on the seas. No fun anymore.
She was a farm girl from the town neighbouring Codsport. You went in and raised the whole village, people included.
Ha ha! You daft sea dog. You mean to tell me your rise to glory has just been a misguided revenge mission? The Oluffians, long before you were born, boy, had set up farms producing potatoes. That new crop was crippling our agriculture. With the cheap potatoes, our farmers couldn't compete. So we hatched a plan. Travel to the Virelden mainland and offer the serfs their own land in Silfara. We fixed the potato problem rather quickly. So this Amelie was almost certainly convinced by her parents to move there, and she probably has inherited a sizable farmstead by now.
I must travel to Silfara.
You harmed thousands over all this. They won't let you near. Boy.
Have the Velkiport fleet meet me there. We are taking Silfara.
So you look like those new sun friends I keep hearing about. How'd you like a captain for that new ship? Won't have any dispute from the Pirate King as he's ramming his ships into a blockade built because of him.
We can discuss terms for that. We have a fleet.
You can come back to Mornington with us, where we can show you the Dawn Zephyrium.
What a sad story. A man so in love that upon the loss of that love, he has become a feared pirate. He did all of that, and to so many people. And yet the one thing he wanted was out there the whole time, living among the people he was trying to harm.
I'm not used to you having emotions. It's quite nice.
As the gang arrived at the surface, the king was approached by a coal miner.
Please, sir, help us. We have nothing but our coal. When the Oluffians come back, they'll punish us all again.
So I then went ahead and laid out a bunch of plots for each of the ships. And this is just a rough indicator of size, and is almost like a parking bay. And with that done, I went ahead and put down a sign for each of the ships that we're going to have in the fleet. In the next few episodes, I'm going to show all of these off as I build them. And then I went ahead and finished off the last 2 parking bays. I then made a bunch of banners with different letters on them, and I used these to mark out each of the bays and what ship would be going in it. You see number 3 goes here, and that one's going to carry troops. And then number 5 and 4 go here. Number 4 is sort of a cargo ship, and number 5 is going to be a small protection ship for the cargo. And now coming across to number 1, this is going to be a bomber, which is, I guess, specialised for dropping TNT, but maybe a couple other things. And then if we fly all the way up to the roof, we of course have number 2, which will be the swordfish when it gets back from gallivanting up at the heap. And then last, but certainly not least, is the largest in the fleet. And this is going to be a carrier. And what I mean by that is it's a very big but very slow ship which can carry 3 smaller ships inside of it. If this thing is out and about, then you know that the Dawn Protectorate means business. And here we have number 3 coming into land. This is the DPS Rallypoint, and it's named because this is what's going to bring the soldiers whenever it's time to fight. The trapdoors make for an easy disembarking. And overall, it's pretty plain and simple, but pretty nice. But to accompany this build, I decided to crash it into the camera. Nope, that's not what I aim to do. Yeah, to accompany this, I decided to build an extension to the interior which provides a crew's quarters for all the people that are needed on the ships at a moment's notice. So let's go over a couple comments from the previous episode. Ravenport 11 says the story was good, and Burning Forests is pretty fun. And another bit of info, it's actually Ravenport's birthday, or I guess it is yesterday when this goes out, so happy birthday Ravenport. Rainer Zufel is now in the market for a new business partner. And we got this lovely comment from Creeper the Lord. I think Desolator was a little bit saddened by the storyline, but thinks the fortress is intriguing. And Sleepiest Panda sends his condolences for Tatterzan, and is pretty interested in the stories yet to come. I also installed a staircase into the fortress. Yeah, we have a upper level where you can sort of see everything going on. Then we've got a bottom and a middle level where people can spend a night sleeping and resting before a big battle. Also had to make a nice entrance into the ship. And here you have it, a little bit of an upgrade to the building, but mainly a lot of work inside to get the fortress ready for a few ships. And here you can see it now, the Rallypoint leaving the base and then returning back in to park. And there we have it. It's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have the most amazing day. In the next episode, we build 2 more airships and make a ton of upgrades. So, I hope to see you there, but if I don't, I'm going to leave you with this daily quote. Here we go.